Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I am going to be bringing you guys the best tips and tricks that I have learned on how you can win more games instantly in League Play on SND. So I'm going to go over some of the basic quick fire things that are going to make you improve instantly, and then I'm going to go into some more in-depth things as well that you can progress on over time to make you gradually get better and better at League Play and SND in particular, and make sure that you get that all vital rank up as quick as you possibly can. Now before we jump into this video, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. We've just hit 250, so a huge thank you for that, but we are now pushing for 300 subs, so it would mean an absolute ton if you guys would help me out. Drop a subscribe down below and support the channel, and obviously if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like down below as well, and that'd be much appreciated. So let's jump into today's video. So starting off first here, S&D. Obviously it is a non-respawn game mode, so the best thing you can do to possibly improve here is stay alive. Now this sounds fairly obvious, but a lot of players play this and rush challenges, myself included. From time to time I like to go a bit more aggressive and try and play for an upfront kill. Now whilst this can work some of the time, sometimes it can be a risky play, and if you start off with a man down off the bat because you've been rushing in, your team is probably going to be at a disadvantage throughout that round. Now what you want to do if you are going to do an aggressive play is make sure that one of your team members is pushed with you so that they can get the trade kill. Now this is a well-known tactic in S&D and can often lead to one trade and potentially a second player peeking to try and kill the player which gets that trade kill, meaning that your team can actually gain 2 kills off the start of the round, which is really good. But it needs to be someone who knows what they're doing and who can cover you, because of course you might be able to get that first kill yourself or even the second kill, but the chances are that the whole team is stacked together and you might not be able to get all of them. So if you've got someone covering your flank and someone watching to get that trade kill for you, it's going to be much more successful. Another thing to be really careful about in S&D is the timer. You have a ton of time, a ton more than you think, and the countdown in Cold War starts at 30 seconds, which is actually a ton of time. You can fully rotate pretty much any map in Cold War with an SMG or a pistol, and so actually 30 seconds is quite a long time, but the countdown music does make it a lot more intense. So be aware of the time. You need 4.5 seconds minimum to plant. I always like to leave 5 to 6 seconds just so I know that I'm on time with it, and a defuse timer on that is on about 7.6 seconds, so just try and leave yourself about 8 seconds there to get that defuse done as well. And it also works both ways, so if you are defending that and you've already planted the bomb, try and wear down the enemy's timer. If you don't want to challenge them, say it's a 2v1, waste time, shoot them when they go to defuse, and just play time with it. Make sure it gets down to that under that 8-second mark and you've won the round, even if you do end up dying there. So playing time is going to be one of the most vital things you can do in this game mode. Now if you are wanting to play a little more aggressive in this mode, one of the classes that I can highly recommend for you is an overkill class. In this game, the perk you're going to need is called Lawbreaker. Now this one allows you to run 2 primary weapons, so I would run a sniper and an SMG, just because you've got the movement speed and the up close capabilities for the SMG, and you can hold the long angles with a sniper rifle. But of course you can do this with an AR and SMG, an AR and a sniper. Any variety of guns will work, it's just what works best for you. And this is going to be fantastic if you wanted to play a little bit more aggressive. You can check the peaks with the sniper. If there's nobody there, push it with the SMG, try and get a couple of picks, push around the back, get the flank off, pull the sniper back out, that kind of thing. Really works well on S&D, really works well on some other game modes as well, but S&D especially, this is going to be a vital class, so using a good class is really going to help. Again, if it's possible, not always with random teammates will they have mics, but if they do, communication is going to be a key thing. Calling out for your team and your team calling out for you is going to get you the win in S&D. Because there's no respawns in S&D, the second someone shoots or is shot at and we know the location of an enemy player, if that is called out to your entire team, you know exactly where one of those players is, or 2 of those players depending how many the person sees, and this is going to be vital information that is going to win you the round. So communication, if it's possible, is one of the most valuable tools you can use in S&D. Now a lot of people will be wondering how to get your SPM up in S&D, because obviously to get ranked up in the Cold War League Play system, your SPM and KD need to be higher. Now KD is fairly self-explanatory, win-loss ratio again self-explanatory, just win more games. But SPM getting up, especially in S&D, is going to be difficult. Now the best thing to recommend here is obviously a kill streak. Kill streaks get you tons and tons of score and can get you easily into that 200 to 300 point realm for S&D, which is more than enough to be in Masters. I think Masters is somewhere around the 180 to 220 SPM in S&D, so if you've got at least that, you should be heading up there. Obviously it's a combination of all your game modes and it does vary from ladder to ladder, but generally speaking, if you're on around 250 or more, you're going to be in Masters. So getting that up is really by doing kill streaks. Destroying trophy systems also gives you 50 points. That's really useful if you are falling behind on SPM. get those trophy systems out. You might as well, they're annoying for the team anyway, so it's going to be really, really good. And then obviously planting the bomb gets you that 100 score as well, so that's going to be some extra points if you can get a plant or a defuse. That's also going to help out. So generally just kind of playing the rounds as they go out, but trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Sometimes even winning or losing the round, but without dying is going to be necessary, and just keeping yourselves up. So it might be that it's a 2v4 and you and your teammate think you can kill a couple of them. Play for the picks, but if the enemies are holding down the bomb that they've planted very, very well, maybe just stay alive, hold back a little bit, keep that kill streaks going, because if you actually earn your score streaks as well, you're going to be able to get essentially a free round on SND, which is going to be absolutely incredible for your team. So definitely worth staying alive in this mode if you can. And finally coming in here is going to be map awareness. Now this is especially helpful when you are playing with randoms, because obviously communication, like I said, might not be on point, and if it's not, make sure you're looking at that mini-map, because when enemies shoot in this game, silencers are not in league play, meaning that you can see every single shot that is made. A red dot will appear on the map and you can see where that enemy location is. This is going to be vital for information, as you know roughly where they're going. If your teammates do die at, say for example, the B bomb site whilst you're on A, you know that the enemies are more likely going to be pushing that area, so you could go for a flank, or you can rotate around your own spawn back into that position where you're going to be able to pick up those kills and make sure you secure the round for the team. So paying attention to that mini-map is going to be absolutely vital, and it is going to win you games, especially when you're playing with random players. Now hopefully these tips and tricks have helped you out. If they have, let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like. As I said at the beginning, if you're new to the channel, make sure you drop that subscribe. We've got plenty more COD content coming daily, so make sure you subscribe for that. Thank you very much for watching, take care and peace.